What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Box Clinic and more. Y'all know how we do this. The final thoughts of one of the last major fights of the year on HBO. Tomorrow night, Saturday, December 16th, Billy Joe Saunders, putting his WBO middleweight belt on the line versus David Lemieux, former world champion. And also, I ain't been able to get to everybody's comments because I told you guys I'm super busy. Nephew birthday was Wednesday. My lady birthday today. Still got to go into work. Gonna celebrate tomorrow, so I'm gonna definitely try to cover that try to cover this Billy Joe Saunders fight tomorrow. I should be in early enough to watch it and give y'all a nice reaction video, and may even go live tomorrow. So but they both came in at 160. I think it was for sure it was Billy Joe Saunders team. They wanted David Lemieux to step on the scales again, because you know how it is. It's fishy business in the sport of boxing. But he made the weight. Billy Joe Saunders made the weight. David Lemieux made the weight. It's gonna be a good fight. It all hinges on Billy Joe Saunders, man. It really does. If it's the Billy Joe Saunders that's now active and just fought in September, now fighting in December, and they had almost a whole year off before last, he more active and get back to what he was. He should be able easily to outbox David Lemieux. If it goes past about six, and Billy Joe Saunders ain't been in no real trouble, he look comfortable boxing, I expect Billy Joe Saunders to knock him out. Danny Jacobs agrees with me as well, and a lot of other experts agree that Billy Joe Saunders is the most skilled fighter. But the difficult thing about it is David Lemieux isn't a one-handed puncher. He can punch with both hands, and he knows how to place his punches. I think he's a little bit underrated on that. He is a plan A fighter, and no plan B is in sight for him. He's gonna keep trying to bash your head into the wall. And if he can't do that, then, it ain't too much he can do. We talked about yesterday how he says he's different from the Golovkin fight. I don't see it, but maybe he's working on some different things. Minimum head movement, good hand speed when he throws combinations, nice fluidity. He works upstairs and downstairs. He's going to be dangerous. But, he plays in Billy Joe Saunders' hands. Because when Billy Joe Saunders fought Willie Monroe, I know a lot of people putting a lot of stock into that fight. But the thing about that is the fight with... that fight was they both was counterpunchers, and neither one was effective at being aggressive. And I said that going into the fight. I said whichever one is the aggressor is probably going to lose, and it kind of was even 50-50. But I expect Billy Joe Saunders to be at home. David Lemieux come towards him, and he'd be able to walk David Lemieux into some shots. And I believe he's gonna stop David Lemieux. I forgot which round I picked, but if David Lemieux don't come with no head movement, Billy Joe Saunders is going to tee off on him. Billy Joe Saunders in second straight training camp all the way straight through in Sheffield with Dominic Ingle, Kell Brook's trainer. Kell Brook is one of the most physical fit fighters in the business, squeezing out in 147 when he really should be fighting at 154. Training and living with one of the hardest workers in a gym in Sheffield and Kid Gala. So another training camp, staying fit all the way through, eating ostrich meat, whatever the hell Billy Joe Saunders is eating. He should be on point this time. He should be lubricated, not lethargic. He should be well active. Hopefully he has some good sparring. And if he's on point and David Lemieux's on point, I take Billy Joe Saunders. If Saunders' chin can hold up, Saunders tried to bet his whole purse on this fight. David Lemieux wasn't going for it. David Lemieux been stopped before. I believe Billy Joe Saunders, he put some people on the ground as well. And I believe this is going to be like the Chrissy Banks Jr. fight, He's going to tame the aggressive fighter. I think he's going to make David Lemieux submit. And it's well known that David Lemieux had dealing with some injuries. Both guys passed up the Danny Jacobs fight. Billy Joe Saunders could have fought Danny Jacobs on this date. He passed it up a long time ago. Said they could make it happen, but then Danny Jacobs got another date. David Lemieux said that he had some hand injuries, and the doctor said he got the hands of a 70-year-old. So he was dealing with some shoulder and all types of injuries because he fought too close together. The Curtis Stevenson fight and the Cinco de Mayo fight, which he looked like utter trash and waste management. But should be a good fight. Would I be surprised if David Lemieux knocked out Billy Joe Saunders? No, and I know a lot of fans will be vindicated, even in the UK. But I like Billy Joe Saunders. I like a trash talker because it reminds me of myself. When I played in these sports, I talked. That was just me. I talked. It got me going. It got my juices going. It made me a better competitor. It made me a better athlete. And I know where Billy Joe Saunders is coming from. A lot of people take it as disrespect, but a lot of time he's spitting facts, and it's not spitting facts to be mean to his opponent. It's spitting facts to get him going, raising the pressure on you. Some people you apply pressure on, it produces diamonds and flowers and gold and platinum. Some people produces triple wood, but we gone.